are Pampasieros, which is the livestock one, no berries. Mendocino, no berries or fish. Adirondacks, no berry. Adirondacks, no berries, lots of fish. Cascade, lots of berries and fish. Klondike, berries and TPs.
So
Okay, yeah,
five maps total, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, they're ready to play, so we can go. Perfect. Alright, let's get this going.
All right, I'm excited here. This is going to be interesting. French mirror on Klondike.
Yeah. What interesting. I mean, like, France is, considering the new EP patch, they're supposed to not be that strong, so we'll see if this changes.
Yeah. They do get 100 food less at the start, so that is actually quite harsh considering there's no hunt.
That's very true.
We see here both players, or actually just the blue player, migrating. He knows about the berries, so he's going there straight away. He's leaving 2 villagers to pick up the crates.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Depends on what kind of start you're going for. If you're going for something like maybe you're going to go for like a sheep shipment first and chop for a livestock pen or something. Oh, look, we see red sending CDBs over to the berries as well. So it looks like we're going to have a berry start from both players.
It looks like Blues missed the nearest berries here. Maybe he's not scouted them yet.
Yeah, the ones over
he
here.
went for he went for the farther ones, which are a little bit more exposed here. So we're gonna see how that turns out. Oh, forgot to turn on the fog of war. The treasures on this map are pretty good treasures. There's quite a variation. Mostly gold treasures though, and some wood, but they're all small treasures. There's no like really impactful treasures that could really change the game.
It's all really these kind of like these muskrat treasures and beaver treasures, right? So blue here just gonna pick up some wood. Yeah, 40 wood right there. It's probably pretty useful. So right now we see Bobabu is housed. Is he putting down a house?
Oh yeah.
He's gone for market first, interestingly.
No market for blue. So it looks like red's got 11 villagers, and no, actually they're both tied now at 12. 13 now. It looks like blue's a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
Red got a little bit stuck in his villager production. He just got the house down just a second ago. So
yeah.
3 CDBs coming out first from Red. There they are, going straight to the berries. I have to wonder what he was using the market for early. Maybe he was trading his crates. Red was, because it was a 100. It was a 100 coin, 100 wood start, right? So maybe he traded his crates for some food.
He did some trading for sure, because he didn't research anything, so. A little bit of a fight going on here. We see something to notice: the native scout snare is removed in the EP, so
that's very true.
Red can get away here. There's no danger for him, as he is faster than both the same speed as the native and faster than the hero.
That's very true. Alright, so we see pretty similar things going out. It looks like blue has actually left his coin grind on the ground, so he didn't go for any market trading or anything like that. All of blue's villagers still clustered around this little berry patch here, and same for red.
Should we have a look at the cards here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so red's deck is very standard, I'd say. 600 wood, 700 wood, 700 coin is his resource shipments in the second age. He's got food silos, furrier, which increases gathering from berries, eco theory, pretty standard French deck. So basically, it just looks like a sort of like a long-term, basically like a maybe like a team game deck essentially, is what this is.
Yeah, I have to say I like Blue's deck a lot better here with this food trickle. He's got pioneers and wilderness warfare here, so his villagers is going to be quite beefy if he decides to send both cards.
Yeah, and since military numbers tend to be fairly small in these matches, CDB can play a really big role in the fights, so those are going to be quite good berries to have. There we go, see? Blue realizes that there are berries over here. And he's been wasting villager seconds the whole game. That's alright. So red's got the middle trading post, and blue has the very top one. Both going for 1 TP each. The build's actually very similar so far. If we just look for see shipments sent, so red has sent Furrier and 3 CDB, and blue has just sent 3 CDB so far. Still has a shipment in bank. Not sure what he's going to spend that on.
I think he's waiting to get to the colonial age to use that.
Makes sense. For mercenaries. So if you go into text completed, it shows the... Yeah, it seems to show the mercenaries that are available on the map. So MAMs are available. MAMs and little bombards. So if we have mercenaries...
but you have to get to age 4 before you get those, I think, as friends.
Which is a shame.
But they can make pistoleros, however, and comancheros. That is an option here. There's also a native trading post we forgot to mention here.
Oh, right, yeah, good point.
There's some Nootka clubmen that are available here that are quite handy against cavalry and sieging down buildings.
That's true, because they do have a fairly low food cost.
There we go, as I say that 5 pop out.
So it looks like we see the first military units being made about 6 minutes. It's not so different from a normal game. So those Nuka coming out, looks like they're probably just going to go straight for the trading post. What's coming out of red here? We see another house. So what sort of stuff does yeah, so it looks like if you look at Blue's deck, he has Wilderness Warfare and improved Native Warrior hit points and Native Warrior combat in the 3rd age, so it looks like he's going to go for a native heavy strategy, which is actually a pretty good idea because natives are fairly low on food costs compared to something like Musketeers or Hussars. I mean, they trade it off for a higher wood cost, but in Starve, having a higher wood cost isn't so much of a problem. Looks like 5 Musketeers going to come out from red. If Thomas, the blue player, just kind of shoves those Nuka in there, he'll probably be able to kill those Musks. Looks like he's just going to walk off.
Yeah, he's going to use his villagers here. He has sent Pioneers, so they're quite tanky. 387 hit points here for blue. That's and true. Red is just forced to back away here. He knows he can't do anything, and he's going to lose his trading post because of this. And the map control here. He does, however, have the counter unit to these Nootka clubmen. When he gets enough musketeers, he can just walk up here and start popping them down.
That's very true. So, and if you look in the queue, yeah, there you go, 5 crossbone just coming out for red there. So you see that red is going for some fairly food-heavy units, and that he's got a lot of musketeers, but seems to be going mostly musketeer crossbowmen for now. Oh, those CDB walking in front of the military units. He might lose one here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to lose 1 CDB. If he just walks them away, he should be able to escape.
But that's... They tank like 30 shots.
It's
they're
crazy.
really tanky
like,
here.
Each CDB.
But he needs some infantry, something to counter the musketeers. He can't just use the... Or can he just use the villagers here? I don't know.
Well, maybe. If he makes sure that the mass of Bobabu, the red player, stays small, so that the infantry can't just like one-shot the CDBs, then he might be able to pull it off. It looks like he's just lost a couple villagers.
Yeah, and he's also not gathering resources. I think that's pretty much the worst part about this.
That's very true, yeah.
He's now making a barracks here. He's realized he can't just win with these clubmen. He needs to he needs to get some crossbowmen out and counter these musketeers.
Yeah. I think it might have been interesting to see him see him try and strike. I mean, Bobabu basically gave Thomas free choice of maps. So if Thomas had decided to go for something like Cascade Range, where you can get the Klamath and the Nootka, so they're actually like a reasonable unit combo from the natives, that could have been quite strong.
One thing to notice here, we didn't mention the economic unit population. It's really just, I mean, Red is just miles ahead here. He's 10 CDB ahead.
Yeah, only 3 CDB lost, so that means that Thomas must have been cutting villager production. Just trying to go for some sort of all-in Nootka rush, but it looks like Musketeers are really going to come out on top here.
486 HP now for these CDB. He's now sent Wilderness Warfare here.
Oh man. Does Nootka...
These guys, yeah, they're pretty deadly now, these CDB.
Yeah. There we go, so Thomas getting some 5 crossbowmen out. There won't really be enough. Oh, but maybe with the 8 crossbowmen shipment, he might be able to contest that.
I think Blue could take this fight if he uses all these units here.
If he just shoves the CDB and the Nootka in cover mode just right in the middle, and the CDB shooting from the back.
I would like to see some micro pulling back to hurt the CDB that are about to die.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a lot of them. He only has 14 left here. I don't see him producing any more villagers.
He's really on the clock here. He has to do something big now. Like, he has to take control of the map and deny the berries from Bobabu, or from the red player. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. The infantry mass from the red player is just too big right now, and he's doing a really good job of picking off the crossbowmen, the units with the most damage. Yeah, those cover mood Nootka just moving too slowly and getting picked off, even though they do have that range resistance. Another CDB going down. 7 CDBs lost now. Going to be losing more here. And look at the score, 56 to 93. It looks like it's probably going to be... I would imagine GG is going to be called fairly soon.
Yeah, I would have to say so. I mean, I don't think he can hold on for much longer here. He's down to 12 CDB now. He needs to make some more CDB. I don't know why he stopped villager production. That was a huge mistake there. Maybe he just can't afford it, because he's just been using them to fight.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, even at this point, you maybe could have thought, like, if he invested all these cards in CDB HP, why don't you just train the CDB as basically proto-military units, like just skimp on your military production a bit to get these CDB out. Because they have, like, almost 5 crossbowmen's worth of HP right now. So
yeah. I think Blue just kind of theoretically planned this strategy, but he didn't really think it through or practiced it, because this just loses to double Rex Musketeers.
That's true, yeah.
Play. But, I mean, I like some of these cards that he's chosen here. I just don't know if this is the right way to use them.
Yeah.
But it is a good idea, a good thought behind it.
And not quite the right map. Like, something like, as I said earlier, something like Cascade Range. Oh, look, 5 Hussars here. This is definitely gonna spell doom, because those Nootka are quite far away from the CDB, and now those Hussars are just gonna come down and snare them. Yeah, and there's no anti-cav here for Blue.
No, he's down to a few crossbows here, well, he's now got 17 CDB. Did he send a shipment or something? He sent 4 CDB, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like... I mean, the CDB is still tanking a lot, and those clubmen getting right up in there. Getting a few good hits off on the Hussars.
Yeah, this is for sure the last stand here. The last of the clubmen going down here, and just CDB left. Let's count.
Yeah, there we go.
GG call.
He calls it GG. Right on.
So it is 1-0 to Bobabu, aka Total Chaos. Are you showing the post game?
Yes, I'm just on the post game right now. So if we go to the all resources gathered graph, you can see about 6 minutes, a little bit past when they got into the second age, everything is fairly even, and then as soon as military unit population. As soon as that military unit population starts going up a lot, we start seeing... Well, there we go. We actually saw basically no military unit population. I guess the nuke don't show. So that's just the 5 crossbowmen.
Huh.
But we see there's a big difference in the all resources gathered pretty much past the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, red pretty much dominated the graphs here.
Alright, so let's get to the next one.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Jerome, maybe he should at least listen to us in Skype or something. Because if he has the camera... I thought... Because I keep forgetting that you're not the one showing.
Oh, you mean like streaming it? No, I am streaming it.
Oh, you're the one streaming?
Yeah.
And what is Jerome doing?
Jerome just obsing.
Oh,
you
he's
know.
just obsing. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was like the one with the camera.
That would be an interesting combination.
Yeah, I was kind of lost there.
Alright, yeah, the game's open. It's Thomasgreen6 game. Alright. So now, Boba, strength, on map, then save first. There we go.
Did they host it?
Yep, they're hosted. Should be. Okay, so Bobabu struck Klondike, so maybe just not wanting to see the same thing again, or maybe wanting to practice another strategy. It says you're offline.
It says I'm offline?
Yeah.
Okay, I can restart my game.
I don't think that's it. It Oh yeah, I think he just had the wrong IGN in his friends list. Let's go see what's happening in the chat. Alright. Alright, give you anxieties around. Perfect. We can get him to play later.
Who is he playing against?
Let me check the bracket.
Because that's probably going to be a good match.
Yeah, him and Eaglemut playing next.
Eaglemut. I believe Eaglemut has been practicing some... I believe... weren't you streaming just a few hours ago?
Yeah, he was playing against me, yeah.
And he had some strategies going with Shukes there.
With Sue, yeah. Seemed pretty interesting. He kind of did like a bit of a club brush thing, or shipped clubs or something first.
And for those of you that are tuning in, this is the Starve Tournament. The maps are modified so that there is basically 0 or no food on the maps. Maybe some berries. Some maps do have fish available, however. So Shukes has bison shipments. They can also age up with bison. And that's actually pretty strong in this tournament.
Alright, so here we see players have greened in.
Yeah, but he needs to put FFA
and record, yeah. Right, perfect. So we have Portuguese here on this water map. This is not a berries map, it's a fish map, so we're probably going to see some schooners action. Versus Sue, the hunt civ, with the bison shipments that can really allow them to actually have some sort of hunt economy going on, unlike most of the other civs in the game, in the Starve maps.
All right. Aerodondax, right? No, yeah, that is the name of this map, right?
Yep, Adirondacks, yeah.
I can't really pronounce it, so I'm afraid to say the word.
Yep. Let's see if my UI initializes properly this time.
So we've got Portugal against Sioux here. I like the Sioux choice. I think that's a strong choice in this tournament, since they do have the bison shipment, as I mentioned. Portugal is also a good civilization, especially on water maps. Everybody knows that they're good on water maps, and this map does have fish. There is no gold, however, in the water. There's only fish. But there is 1, 2, 3 gold mines available, maybe 4 for each player. One that's going to be disputed there, and there is 3 at the top that are kind of farther away.
That's true. And Portugal, I could imagine, probably going to see, like, well, what I'd like to see from this sort of thing would be like 2 layers of walls, and then basically just like, I don't know, 2 layers of walls, 2, maybe 3 docks if you can fit them in on the coastline here. And then just go for a sort of all-out water broom, and then a musket, then a sort of a musket start to counter what Sioux's going to do, which is most likely going to be cavalry.
We see Sioux taking a TP straight away here, so I think he is going to try to get some shipments out quick, maybe unit shipments. We'll have a look at his deck when he chooses it.
Most likely going to see. Well, it was 200 wood start, so Portugal was able to lay down the dock immediately, which is really good. And now he has all his villagers on wood, and just the fishing boat's going to food, as was pretty expected. Sioux, where does Sioux have his villagers? They're all over here. And Sioux laying down a market first again.
Both players have all their villagers on wood. Sioux just now transferring to gold, putting 5 villagers on gold, and making a market. So it looks like he's gonna try to age up to buying some food here in the market.
Or maybe he's just gonna try and trade a little bit to get some villager production while he's waiting for his bison. Could be that as well. Still not sure though.
Yeah, now I see his deck. He's got 6 and 9 bison in H1. So I'm pretty sure he's going to send one of those shipments first.
Yep, there we go. 9 bison coming out, and 9 bison coming out, and sawmills actually coming out for some Portuguese player. So not going for schooners first. I'm just going to go for that, I believe, 20% wood chopping upgrade instead. You see Sioux putting his villagers right over to the bison, just going to gather them up as soon as possible. He's killed 3 so far. Maybe that's, I think you'd want to be very careful about managing the decay on these bison, so maybe you don't want to kill too many of them too quickly, but I suppose he does have 9 villagers on them, so 9 or 10.
There is maybe 1 bison there with only 1 villager on it, but he will probably get more on it soon. Portugal's hero is about half HP here. There is a nice treasure here, a Cherokee rifleman they're trying to kind of fight over here in the middle. It looks like Sioux's got the upper hand on the HP.
Well, that's true. Well, the Sioux player pretty much always has an advantage in a fight that starting 500 HP. The same hand attack as the European explorers. So it's like looks like Bobabu in red here, aka Total Chaos, is gonna just. Oh no, he's not gonna. I thought he was gonna try and chase down Blue just for the XP to try and get another shipment now. Looks like he's just gonna try and harass him to see if he can. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for the convert once it's up and try and get that Cherokee rifleman. It'd be a good pickup. Starve is all about those little tiny advantages you can accumulate because resources are so scarce. Well, food specifically.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, I'm thinking here, to see what kind of defense Portugal puts up here, because it looks like Sue is just miles ahead. He's already got 800 food. He's about to age up any moment here. And he also has the fast age up available when he's going to have immediately 4 cavalry shipment he can just send or... Yeah.
That's very true. And interestingly, Thomasgreen still doesn't have schooners in his... Oh, right, yeah, because schooners is banned. What am I talking about? He's sending instead fishing upgrades, which makes sense. So here we go.
A mill going down here for Portugal.
So intelligently, look at what Red is doing. He's bringing in the Pistolero and the Cherokee Rifleman. He knows this villager is probably going to be here because of the dock, because it was building the dock, and so he's going to be able to pick off the one villager for free.
Yeah, but he puts it inside the fishing boat and gets away. So
that's true. using the little garrison glitch.
He's off. I think he's got this thought out. He's thinking he's gonna migrate these villagers or something when the Sioux comes to try to siege him down.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing it.
But on this map, there's not really. You can't really run.
That's very true. I'm still not seeing any walls or anything like that, which I would kind of like, because you know that Sioux, when they hit up, they're going to be sending 4 X Riders, right? So
yeah, you see the war hut going down here.
Yeah, I do.
It looks like I think it's going to be club maybe
siege.
A little mix. Yeah,
that could be interesting actually. Maybe he's just going to go for a siege heavy play style. Maybe just like do a bunch of clubs because he knows that Portugal isn't going to be up anytime soon.
Yeah, he's identified the situation here. He knows he's miles ahead, probably on the age up.
Yeah.
So he's just going to age up as soon as he can here and get out some clubmen. Try to siege down his town center before he ages up even.
Which might actually be possible here.
He is aging up now. I don't think... he's already halfway aging up. Never mind. He's gonna be fine. He will have to be very careful with his town center placement, or I mean the way it pops out here, because he could have a lot of units in his base when.
Yeah, look, 5 clubmen coming out. Looks like they're gonna go for the dock though. It looks like they rallied over to the dock. So should be hitting up pretty soon. 70% done. Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna try and take the dock down. 6 clubs coming out, so he's going very siege heavy here. These clubs do have 27 siege each. Yeah, so those walls coming up now, maybe a little bit late, seeing as how early Sioux got up.
I think when he ages up though, he's gonna come immediately down here and try to siege down his town center.
Which will probably work. I mean,
he should already be there. Really, he should be suspecting something. But well, he wants to get this dog. That's fine. He will get the dog.
Yeah, that's alright.
The town center is idle here. The wagon, where is it going? Okay, he's just gonna put it right there.
Okay, well that means I think it's definitely gonna get sieged down. Look at all those clubs coming in. He's just gonna see it and go straight for it. 4 X Riders coming out for Sioux now.
It's already at 1500 HP. He's not going for it. There we go. 2000.
There you go. He should be able to get it now. These clubs have a lot of siege. Yeah, he's gonna get it for sure.
You got it.
So that's quite good for Red here.
So obviously. No dock, no second town center. He's got maybe 10 fishing boats or so, 8 fishing boats. It's looking pretty rough here for Portugal.
It honestly is, and it's very true.
He's down to 10 villagers, 9 fishing boats, and I don't know what this 4 crates of wood. Yeah, 400 wood.
Looks like he's just gonna get everything's just gonna get sieged down right now. Yeah, I think knowing that you're going against Sioux, maybe you want to go for something more defensive. Maybe you like 2 layers of walls early.
Yeah.
If you had just done 2 layers of walls early with Colonial Militia, it might have actually gone a lot better. Cause
this is gonna be GG here.
Yeah, that's very true. He's just gonna kill all his villagers, and then he has nothing except for the fishing boats. Okay, well that's it. 2-0 for that series. GG.
That's 2-0.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go report the results.
Okay, it's the